What if you could automatically track who's engaging with your content and instantly follow up with exactly what they care about? In this video, I'll show you how to build an n8n workflow that scrapes engagement data and turns it into laser-focused follow-ups and smarter content strategy. Let's make your content actually work for you. All right, let's get into the workflow itself. So the purpose of this workflow is to be able to take a LinkedIn post. So here's one that I posted not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, and had some nice engagement here, had some good impressions, a few people liking it, and some comments. I post on a regular basis, and if you are posting regularly and all of these people are engaging, these are people that are saying that they like what you're putting out, and those who make comments are also potentially giving you ideas of what you could talk about next that they would also find interesting. But that's really hard to click into their profile, see who it is, track all of this, and so n8n. So this is the flow that we're going to go over today. It runs daily. It uses Google Sheets. It does use a service called Apify, which has the ability to do some of the LinkedIn scraping for you and keeps it from you using your cookies and LinkedIn behavior because you're only looking at public information anyway. So, and then it will store that information on your own post into a Google Sheet that you can then use. So let's take a look at that. Here's the final output of what we're going to be using. So this is what that sheet will end up looking like. And in addition to that, I'll show you how you can set up a pivot table to get an idea of how often the same type person, or the same person, not the same type, the same person was commenting on your, or interacting with your information. This flows, you're doing two different things. Really, it's the same thing, but two different types, really commenting and liking. So the first thing is we're using a timer function or a schedule function. This is just happening every day at 8 a.m. And what it will do is it links to your Google Sheet. And I just used my Google Sheet credentials, and I created a sheet in Google right up before I created this workflow, so it will find it quite simply. And let's go over the structure. So there's two sheets that you need within this Google document, the input sheet and the output sheet. Now, the input sheet is where you would put the public link to the post that you made. So you do that when you pull up one of your posts. It will give you a link that looks somewhat like this. This is the activity code, and you'll just copy and paste that into your sheet. So you can add a number of these. Let's say you're posting one each day. You add that. Then when it runs, it will pull any of the ones that are marked as new. So you'll see here, I've linked to the sheet. I want it to get rows from the particular sheet that I named. And this is the input sheet where the status is equal to new. If you want them to no longer pull new data, you would just change this value to anything other than new. And once that runs, now you have the data that you have is a URL that you can use. And I'm using a Apify, which if you've never gone to Apify, if you're doing any sort of scraping or whatnot, this is a great way to do it. There are people out there who manage and write the tools to do this and keep up with it. So I definitely recommend that you look this up. The one that I am using is the LinkedIn Post Engagers, likers and commenters, no cookies. It's a $30 a month after the trial, and along with usage, and I've done 13 runs just in testing this, and you can see the usage fees are in fractions of pennies, so the actual running of this is pretty inexpensive. I will say that the one limitation that I have found on this is that it will only pull up to 150 engagements, so 150 likes. If you end up having a really viral post, it's going to end up missing some of that data for sure. If you're just looking at this as you're maintaining and kind of working on this as you're building this, I think this could work quite well. I will see if I can figure out a way to make this work for more than that. But for now, this is a decent way to get started. I signed up for a Apify account. I have this actor, and I'm using an Apify node within n8n. This is a cloud-hosted version of n8n, but I am on a version where if I go into my admin panel, you'll see that I'm on the latest version. I update this fairly regularly, and you can do that by kind of managing. You can see the plan that you're on. This is on the stablest version. I've just updated it, and I've verified community nodes. are allowed to be installed. And so I have that turned on. If you don't have that on, you may not find all of the same nodes available. If I go back to my instance, and what I'm looking at is the Apify node. So I went here, and you have all sorts of things. You can pull in actors, scrape single URLs, run task. So that's the node that I'm using here. And the way that I set up this node is I link in my Apify account. It's using the OAuth 2 connection. So you open it up, click on it, then you have to, it'll pop up a window for logging into Apify. You confirm your credentials there, and it comes back, and now it's ready to go. Now, the key part of this is that you're passing in for this particular actor the variables that you want, and we're pulling in the number of iterations. So I'm doing some calculations on how to optimize for that, and then whether it's likers or commenters, that and the URL of what you're pulling in. That will then pull back. It'll start a job on Apify. It doesn't give you the data yet, so it runs an actor. Once that happens, we then put this into a bit of a wait loop, because normally it will take 15 to 30 seconds to run some of these. If you look at some of my run times, let's see, if I look at my runs here, you can see their duration is pretty short, so less than a minute. And I want my execution to run fairly smoothly, but I don't want it to try to pull the data until it's been successful. I added a wait node. I set it for 1 minute. If it will then do a get run, which is going to pull in the run ID from the previous node. And with that, I use an if block. This if block checks the status, and if the status is equal to succeeded, which is the way that Apify returns whether or not the job has been completed, then it will move forward into saving the data set. So it will pull up the data set, and it will download that from Apify, and then append it to my output sheet. And I'm using, in this output sheet, you can see we have the post link, the date it was added, which is basically the day it was run, the engagement type, the name, the subtitle, the user's LinkedIn profile, and then also to store any comment dates or comments. If people do make comments, that's what the other thread, but it's all in the same sheet. And so then it pulls back in the date of the comment and what the comment was. It will then save it to that Google Sheet. And once this run has happened, then this run will happen. Then this is running the same Apify call, except it's now using for commenters. So this is going to pull back commenter information. Does that same loop we just talked about, gets all of the data and maps it to the sheet. This one's a little bit different than the other one because we actually have the comment data and comment. So we save that. Make sure that you do turn on the minimize API calls so that you can be kind to Google and how many calls you're making, because if you're saving 150 rows, you might as well do it in bulk. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That's all it takes. When you run this, it puts all of the data into your sheet. Then what's the next step? The next step here is to create a pivot table. And the pivot table takes, you could do a lot of things with the pivot table. I'm sure you could do more with it. But all I'm doing is taking the person's name and a count of their post links. And so if I had, I just set this up today for a certain set of data. But if I had people who were commenting on my information, my post on a regular basis, so this person, for example, that's a couple of people who have done this. They've done it on a couple of different posts, or they've done it on the commented and liked. So that would be a great way to get an idea of people who are interested in what you're doing. Now, the other thing that I find really interesting is to take all of these comments, and we could absolutely automate this, and we should, and that'll be something that I'll work on. But I'm just going to copy all of these. Open up, your favorite LLM. This is ChatGPT with 4.0, and I asked it to take the comments that I'm going to post in here. Based on these comments, create 10 to 15 content hooks and key points to cover that would resonate with this audience. And then I just pasted it in here. And lo and behold, it gave me a number of hooks and articles that I could write. High impact ones, key points to drive home. And if I wanted to start creating these as a post, I could do that. So a follow-up on this activity is to not just get the data, but then to automatically start writing out these drafts for you. And then you could start deciding which ones you want, maybe even scheduling them, posting them out, creating them as shorts or automations. But just wanted to keep this tight right now. to start with how do you get this information and go from there. This is the flow. I will provide a link into it. You can get all of these files actually within our Real Builder Lab community. Just go to realbuilderlab.com, click on the join. It's a circle community that's free for anyone who'd like to join. Love to have you in there. These project files will be available for you. I'll have the JSON of this along with a blank sheet for Google Sheets that you can make a copy of that's structured properly. Feel free to drop in, ask any questions if you need anything, and I hope this can help you grow your business.